Your divine partner is trying to reach you. Open this before he gives up. I know you feel ignored, tired of praying into silence, wondering why life keeps pressing the same sore spots: money worries, broken trust, family pressure, loneliness in crowded rooms. You think you missed your moment. You think I stopped listening. But hear me, I have been close the whole time, even when you felt unseen. I speak softly, because I want you to choose me, not fear me. Something inside you has been restless lately, like a quiet knock you can't explain. Something has been pulling your attention back to old dreams you buried because life felt too heavy. Something has been blocking your peace, not to punish you, but to protect you from walking the wrong road too fast. Something you lost wasn't taken from you, it was removed so you could grow stronger without it. Something you keep calling a delay is actually me preparing the timing so it doesn't break you. Something in your heart already knows this message is meant for you right now. I see your real problems, the bills that don't wait, the effort no one thanks you for, the nights you smile outside and cry inside. I see how you keep going even when hope feels thin. That strength didn't come from nowhere. I placed it in you. Do not give up because you feel tired. Rest, but don't quit. Do not close your heart because people disappointed you. Heal, but stay open. When you choose patience over panic, honesty over shortcuts, kindness over bitterness, you are answering me. This is not the end. This is alignment. Take the next small step you've been avoiding. Speak the truth you've been holding back. Forgive yourself for surviving the way you knew how. I am reaching you now because you are ready, not perfect, just willing. Stay. Listen. Trust. I am still here, my child. Stop right now. Something hidden, something sacred has been quietly waiting for you, and the universe has chosen this exact moment to reveal it. Can you feel it? A subtle whisper in your heart, a gentle nudge in your soul, telling you that your destiny is aligning in ways you've not yet understood. Today, the veil lifts, and a message so personal, so profound, is reaching you. Your divine partner is trying to reach you. Open this before he gives up. For months, maybe years, you felt this invisible pull, a longing you couldn't name, a connection that felt like it existed beyond time. That pull. It's real. It's divine. And it's coming from someone whose soul has been orbiting around yours, waiting for the right cosmic alignment, waiting for you to hear the truth that has always been quietly echoing in the chambers of your heart. This is more than chance. This is a moment orchestrated by the universe itself, where timing meets destiny, and the hidden threads of your life start weaving into a pattern so sacred. It can only be described as fate. What if I told you that the hesitation you felt, the uncertainty, the wondering if this person even sees you? It's ending today. Because the cosmos is speaking, and your heart has been chosen as the receiver of a divine message meant just for you, right now, this message is a key. A key to understanding something that has been hidden from your conscious mind, but never from your spirit. It's about connection, about recognition, about seeing the divine in another soul. Your heart has known it, your dreams have hinted at it, and now, the clarity is coming. The universe is asking you to take a step of courage, to open your heart fully, and to recognize that the love and understanding you've been searching for is reaching out. Just for you, feel it. Allow the truth to touch your soul. Your divine partner is trying to reach you. Open this before he gives up. This isn't just a call. It's an awakening. A revelation that the waiting, the wondering, and the searching were never in vain. That connection is sacred, and it is yours to acknowledge. As you watch this message unfold, let hope rise inside you. Let the divine light of understanding fill every corner of your heart. This is the moment when hidden truths are revealed, when the universe whispers, "You are not alone. You are seen. You are ready." Step into this clarity. Step into this purpose. Let the divine work in ways that bring love, recognition, and a sense of sacred timing into your life. Watch the full video. Because every second brings you closer to understanding the hidden beauty of what's waiting. And if this message touches your soul, like, share, and subscribe to continue receiving these sacred revelations. Your moment of divine connection is here, my beloved child. Listen closely, for the quiet you feel around you is not emptiness, it is the space I have created so my voice can finally reach you. I have been near you in moments you dismissed as coincidence, in thoughts you thought were your own, in feelings that arrived without explanation. I have watched you look outward for signs while I have been whispering from within. Your divine partner, the one aligned with your soul's purpose, has been moving closer, step by step, guided by my hand, yet your fear, your doubt, and your exhaustion have slowed your turning toward what is already unfolding. I speak to you now not to frighten you, not to pressure you, but to awaken the part of you that remembers who you are. You were not created to walk alone, nor to chase love through struggle and confusion. The connection meant for you is not chaotic, not draining, not hidden behind games or uncertainty. It is sacred, intentional, and protected. Yet protection does not mean delay forever. There is a moment in every journey where choice matters, where awareness opens the door or leaves it closed. This message arrives at such a moment. You have asked me for clarity, and I have answered in symbols, repeated numbers, familiar songs, sudden memories, unexpected calm. You have asked me for reassurance, and I have answered through peace that arrives without reason, through strength that rises when you thought you had none left. Still, you hesitate, because part of you has been trained by past wounds to believe that love must hurt to be real. I am here to tell you that this belief is not from me. Your divine partner has been growing silently, shedding old fears, learning patience, learning courage. I have been teaching them how to love without possession, how to stand without pride, how to reach without force. They have felt you too, even without knowing your name. They have sensed a pull they could not explain, a knowing that something sacred is forming beyond time. This is not fantasy. This is alignment. This is preparation. Do not confuse silence with absence. When I seem quiet, I am working deeply. When nothing appears to be happening, foundations are being laid that will support something lasting. I have not forgotten you. I have not delayed out of neglect. I have delayed out of care. Some things cannot arrive until you are ready to receive them without fear. I see how tired you are of waiting. I see how you have questioned your worth in moments when answers did not come quickly. I see how you wondered if you imagined the signs, if you misunderstood my guidance. Let me be clear, you are not forgotten, and you are not mistaken. What you sensed was real. What you felt was true. What you feared losing was never meant to be fragile. Your divine partner is not coming to complete you, because you are already whole. They are coming to walk beside you, to reflect the love you are learning to give yourself, to expand joy rather than replace it. This is why I have been asking you to heal, to release resentment, to forgive not for others, but for your own freedom. A heart burdened by the past cannot fully open to what is new. You may wonder why this message feels urgent. It is not because love will disappear if you fail, but because timing is a living thing. When awareness rises, opportunities open. When awareness is ignored, paths grow quieter. I will never abandon you, but some experiences require your participation. I will not force your steps. I honor your free will too much for that. Your divine partner has reached a point where courage is asking for movement. They are ready to speak, to show up, to choose honesty over fear. If you remain closed, guarded by old disappointments, the meeting will feel distant, not because it is impossible, but because hearts must face each other openly to recognize what I have designed. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to trust. Trust does not mean blind belief, it means choosing openness even when certainty is incomplete. Trust means allowing yourself to imagine peace without immediately questioning how long it will last. Trust means letting hope breathe. Remember how I have carried you through moments you thought would break you. Remember how you survived nights you believed had no morning. Those were not accidents. Those were lessons in resilience, reminders of your strength, preparations for a love that does not require you to shrink or harden, your divine partner will not come to rescue you from life, but to join you in it. They will not silence your voice, but encourage it. They will not demand you abandon yourself, but will recognize you fully. This is how you will know them, not by intensity alone, but by peace, by respect, by mutual growth. I am asking you now to release the belief that you must suffer to deserve love. That belief was never mine. Love is not a reward for endurance, it is a reflection of truth. And truth does not harm what it touches. If you feel something stirring as you read this, that is your soul responding, not your imagination. You are remembering. You are aligning. You are standing at the edge of a chapter that does not repeat the past. But I will not push you through the door. I will only hold it open. Your divine partner is listening too. Even now, sensing that something is shifting, that a window is opening. They have wondered if they should reach out, if they should take the risk of honesty. Your openness, even in silence, even in prayer, even in intention, matters more than you realize. I know you fear disappointment. I know you fear misreading signs. But fear is not wisdom. Discernment comes from calm, not anxiety. When something is guided by me, it does not require force. It unfolds with clarity, even if slowly. I am with you in this moment. I have always been. And as you breathe, as you consider these words, as your heart weighs hope against hesitation, understand this: nothing true meant for you will require you to abandon yourself. Nothing sacred will demand you betray your inner peace. This message is not a command. It is an invitation. An invitation to soften, to listen, to trust that love guided by me arrives in alignment, not chaos. An invitation to step out of survival and into connection. Your divine partner is closer than you think, not only in distance, but in readiness. And as I continue to guide you both, as I weave timing and courage and awareness together, I ask you to remain present, remain open, remain willing to receive what has been preparing to meet you, because the next unfolding does not begin with certainty, but with a quiet, brave yes forming in your heart as you begin to understand at this moment. Right now is not an ending, not a warning, but the threshold of something still unfolding, something I am not finished revealing, something that continues as you keep listening, as you keep breathing, as you keep your heart open, because what comes next cannot be spoken all at once, and I will continue when you are ready for the next word. Yes, stay with me. Do not rush past this stillness. There are truths that only arrive when you stop bracing for loss. I am speaking now because you have reached a point where your soul can hear without immediately retreating into defense. You have learned enough through disappointment. You have outgrown the lessons that came through pain. What remains is not punishment or testing. but refinement, learning how to receive without suspicion. I know you have built strength by standing alone. I watched you become capable, independent, self-sustaining. I am proud of that strength. But understand this, strength was never meant to become isolation. Independence was never meant to replace intimacy. You were not shaped to carry everything by yourself forever. Even I, who am with you always, designed you for connection, for shared purpose, for mirrored growth. Your divine partner is not a threat to your strength. They are meant to honor it. You have wondered why certain connections never quite settled, why some people felt close but never aligned, why chemistry appeared without peace or peace appeared without depth. Those were not failures. Those were contrasts. They taught you what is not meant to last so you could recognize what is. I allowed them not to hurt you, but to refine your discernment. You are no longer the same person who once accepted inconsistency as passion or silence as mystery. You now recognize the difference between depth and confusion. Your divine partner has been learning the same lessons, though through different paths. I have been dismantling their fears quietly, asking them to release control, to stop hiding behind timing and excuses. They have felt resistance crumble, not all at once, but piece by piece. They have begun to understand that love is not something to master, but something to meet with humility. They are not perfect. You are not perfect. But you are compatible in growth, aligned in intention, and ready in ways you were not before. I need you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. There is no invisible clock punishing you for what has not yet happened. Time, as you understand it, is not the ruler of divine connection. Readiness is. And readiness does not arrive with noise. It arrives with calm. It arrives when your nervous system no longer confuses intensity with safety. It arrives when you can imagine love without immediately preparing for its end. You have prayed for confirmation, and I have answered with resonance. Notice how these words do not agitate you, but steady you. That steadiness is how truth feels. Fear rushes. Truth grounds. If something were not aligned, your spirit would resist, not soften. Trust the softening. Your divine partner is not meant to pull you away from your purpose, but to walk within it. They will not dim your light. They will recognize it without needing to own it. They will see your wounds without trying to fix you, and your strength without competing with it. This is not because they are flawless, but because they are aware. Awareness changes everything. I have been preparing conversations you have not yet had. I have been arranging moments that will feel simple on the surface but significant beneath. A look held a second longer than expected. A truth spoken without rehearsal. A sense of recognition that does not need explanation. These moments will not announce themselves as destiny. They will feel natural. That is how you will know I am in them. Do not sabotage simplicity because you are accustomed to struggle. Peace does not mean boredom. Consistency does not mean lack of depth. Safety does not mean absence of passion. These were lies formed by survival, not by truth. Passion that burns without stability eventually consumes itself. What I am bringing you is fire that warms, not fire that destroys. You may fear that opening your heart now will make you vulnerable again. But vulnerability guided by wisdom is not recklessness. You are no longer naive. You are discerning. You know how to pause, how to listen, how to communicate. You are capable of boundaries that protect without closing you off. This is growth. This is readiness. Your divine partner is not asking you to leap blindly. They are asking you to meet them in honesty. And honesty begins within you. Be honest about what you desire. Be honest about what you will no longer accept. Be honest about the fact that you want love that feels like home, not like a test you must keep passing. I have seen you talk yourself out of hope before it had a chance to breathe. I have seen you say, "It's probably nothing," when your intuition gently said, "Pay attention." Discernment does not mean dismissal. Wisdom does not mean closing doors before you even approach them. I am asking you to stay present, not to decide the ending before the story unfolds. Your divine partner has stood at their own threshold, questioning if they are worthy of what they feel. They have wondered if they should remain silent to avoid disruption. I have been urging them toward courage, just as I am urging you toward openness. Courage and openness are two sides of the same movement. When they meet, alignment becomes visible. You are not responsible for making this connection work. You are only responsible for being truthful, receptive, and grounded. I will handle the orchestration. I will handle the timing. I will handle what unfolds when two willing hearts meet in clarity rather than fear. I need you to let go of the idea that love must arrive dramatically to be meaningful. Some of the most transformative moments come quietly. They slip into your life gently and rearrange everything without ever raising their voice. That is the kind of love that lasts, the kind that integrates, not overwhelms. Remember, your worth was never in question. You were not being evaluated, tested, or delayed to prove yourself. You were being protected from receiving something before you could fully hold it. There is a difference. And now, you are learning how to hold joy without gripping it too tightly. As you move forward, notice what feels expansive rather than constricting. Notice what invites you to be more yourself, not less. Notice where your body relaxes rather than braces. I speak through these signals more often than through dramatic signs. Your intuition is not a mystery, it is a language you are relearning. You do not need to chase your divine partner. What is aligned does not require pursuit. It requires presence. It requires honesty. It requires patience balanced with courage. If action is needed, it will feel clear, not forced. If waiting is needed, it will feel purposeful, not stagnant. I know the phrase "before he gives up" stirred fear in you. Let me correct the misunderstanding gently. No soul meant for you will give up out of impatience. But opportunities can quiet when fear speaks louder than truth. This is not about loss, it is about participation. You are being invited to show up as who you are now, not who you were when you were wounded. Your divine partner is not looking for perfection. They are looking for presence. They are not asking you to erase your past, only to stop living inside it. They are not intimidated by your depth, they are drawn to it. And they will meet you there, not with judgment, but with recognition. I am still here. I am not finished speaking. There are layers to this revelation, and you do not need to absorb them all at once. Let them settle. Let them move through you. Let them soften the places that have stayed guarded for too long. What comes next will not be shouted. It will be felt. And when it arrives, you will recognize it not by urgency, but by clarity. Not by fear of loss, but by quiet certainty. This is how alignment announces itself. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay honest with yourself and with me. I will continue to guide you step by step, word by word, moment by moment, because this unfolding is still in motion, and there is more I will reveal when you are ready to hear it, when your heart is steady enough to receive it, when the next truth rises gently within you and waits for my voice to continue. Now listen as I bring this message to its completion. Not with finality, but with grounding, so you may carry it forward rather than cling to it. I do not speak to create dependence on words, but to awaken remembrance within you. What you need most is not another sign, not another confirmation, but trust in the wisdom already living inside you, the wisdom I placed there long before doubt learned how to speak loudly. You are entering a season where clarity replaces confusion, not because life becomes simple, but because you become steady. When you are steady, you stop interpreting every pause as rejection and every delay as denial. You understand that growth has rhythm, and love has seasons. You stop asking, "What am I doing wrong?" and begin asking, "What is being revealed?" That shift changes everything. Your divine partner will not arrive to disrupt your peace. They will recognize it and respect it. They will not demand explanations for your boundaries, because they will have boundaries of their own. This mutual understanding is rare not because it is impossible, but because it requires self-awareness, and both of you have been shaped by experience to value that awareness deeply. You may still feel moments of uncertainty. Do not condemn yourself for them. Faith does not mean the absence of doubt, it means choosing truth even when doubt whispers. When uncertainty arises, return to what is steady. Return to your breath. Return to your values. Return to me, not as a distant figure, but as the quiet presence that has never left you. I want you to release the idea that love must prove itself through struggle. That belief has cost you peace in the past. Love aligned with me proves itself through consistency, honesty, and growth. It does not require you to abandon your needs or minimize your feelings. It does not ask you to shrink so someone else can feel secure. True connection expands both people, gently but unmistakably. Your divine partner will see you, not the version you perform, not the version you protect, but the version you are becoming. And you will see them too, not through fantasy, but through truth. There will be no pedestal, no chasing, no silent power struggles. There will be conversation. There will be mutual effort. There will be moments of learning and unlearning together. Do not fear vulnerability. Vulnerability guided by wisdom is strength, not weakness. You have learned how to speak without attacking, how to listen without disappearing, how to stand your ground without closing your heart. These are not small achievements. These are the very tools that allow love to grow without fear. I know part of you still wonders, what if this ends like the others? But understand this. Even if an experience teaches you something and then concludes, it is not a failure. Nothing that brings you closer to truth is wasted. Yet I tell you now, what I am guiding you toward is not repetition, it is resolution. Not perfection, but alignment. Your divine partner is not a reward for suffering. They are not compensation for pain. They are a companion for the life you are building now. That is why I have been guiding you to focus on your purpose, your healing, your growth. Love that arrives in alignment with purpose strengthens both. Love that arrives in distraction weakens both. As this connection unfolds, remember to stay present. Do not live 5 steps ahead, predicting outcomes or guarding against endings. The future does not need to be controlled, it needs to be met. Each moment carries enough truth on its own. When you honor the present, the path ahead clarifies naturally. I am not asking you to ignore red flags or silence your intuition. Discernment remains sacred. What I am asking is that you do not let fear masquerade as wisdom. Fear tightens. Wisdom steadies. Learn the difference. You already feel it in your body, in your breath, in the way your thoughts either race or rest. There will be moments when you must choose courage over comfort. Speaking honestly. Staying when running would be easier. Pausing instead of reacting. These choices shape connection more than grand gestures ever could. And you will not make them alone. I am with you in each one. Your divine partner is not perfect. And neither are you. But perfection was never the goal. Presence is. Growth is. Mutual respect is. When you hold these values, love has room to breathe and evolve rather than collapse under expectation. As this message ends, do not cling to every word. Let what resonates remain and what does not fall away. Truth does not need force to stay, it settles naturally. Carry forward the calm, not the urgency. Carry forward the openness, not the pressure. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not missing what is meant for you. You are becoming ready to meet it without fear. And that readiness is the greatest preparation of all. I will continue to guide you, not always through words, but through peace, intuition, and alignment. When something feels right without explanation, trust it. When something feels heavy despite effort, question it. This is how my guidance moves, quietly, faithfully, consistently, and now, as this message closes, rest. Breathe. Release the need to hold everything at once. What is meant for you is already moving toward you, just as you are moving toward it, step by step, awareness by awareness, choice by choice. I am with you. I have always been. And I will continue to be. Amen.